Round 6 continues at Colonial Stadium, where St Kilda take on Sydney, and importantly Stewart Loewe breaks the banner for his 300th time as he celebrates what should be a remarkable match. The Swans just dropping Saddington back, which means Hamill is a free man.
Hodgson sends it inside 50. Moyle should take this. Oh, he dropped it. And the Sun, no excuse for Brett Moyle. He gave it up to handball from Thompson. Burke off the left. Barry Hall in good position to take the mark. And he outmuscled Schauble that time. So Barry Hall should...
It's been called a throw, but you've got to take the luck when it's with you.
And Barry Hall takes that luck and turns it into a goal.
Well, is to work. They are a high possession using team in their forward 50.
Delaney, Beetham, Lenny Hayes, Lowe, Dunkley right with him. Hamill charges through, got Moyle away in front of him. Well, it's it for Moyle. It did almost too quickly. Terrific hands, and Burke should put the Saints in front.
Field that came off Dipper, was it? Dipper just enjoying a coffee.
Free kick against Adam Goods. He said he was going for the ball, but the umpire says you took out Stewart Loewe.
Bit lucky, I think.
Stewart Loewe in game 300 has kicked his first. And the Saints are back in front. Very stiff Bolton. This is O'Loughlin, Kirk, gang tackle, and the Saints win out. Numbers winning the day. Delaney, Brett Voss. Oh, Davis was in trouble. Downfield.
This goose, this umpire,
what else is he supposed to do?
When Jude Bolton, in a similar circumstance, doesn't get a free kick, and you wonder why players get frustrated.
50 metres, I think.
I mean, that's clearly a free kick, no doubt about it. The umpire's talking to Wayne Swass.
Yeah.
Milner is who'll come in and kick the goal, and the Saints are back in front. Dunkley over the top, does excellent job for McPherson, but it bounces for Hamill. Got Milne in short on the half volley. Just whips his way through. He's so good at illusion, or eluding anyway. Maybe, I'm not sure what his illusion skills are like. It's a great effort from Stafford. Didn't mark it though, and Lowe kicks the goal. And he's pumped.
Good result for the Saints, good result for Stewart Loewe and
Ball. Low kick is smothered from Fosdyke. This is Moyle. Down for Lowe. He's got the sit. Stewart Loewe!
Oh, big mark, Stewie.
Oh, paid the mark. It's his 300th game.
You don't get it for that, but gee, that was a mark.
From Stewart Loewe.
He's happy.
He's done enough. 3 goals in game 300. (8-5 to 6-5). Swans lead by 2. Goods back in the ruck, got the tap down too. Oh, he was very aggressive at the man. Freda Thompson advantage. Wasn't any advantage, it'll come back. Andrew Thompson, who spent a bit of time in defence this year.
Everett's gone the full forward, boys.
Swans have pushed a lot of players back. Delaney unloads.
Stewie.
He's gone! Oh, I think I went just a fraction early, as he probably did there. Burke. Great work from Nathan Burke. Squeezed it back into the square. The spider. O'Loughlin. And it's out of bounds.
Tell you what, that was brilliant work. I think it was Andrew Schauble. He was up against Spider, who had the sit, and Schauble just in a one-on-one as Stewart Loewe goes just a little bit earlier than you did, Hutter.
Yeah.
Thought Spider had him covered there, but good work from
Schauble. Well done, Nathan Burke. Great stuff.
He kicked it.
Two goals to Burke. He's had 19 possessions and kicked 2 goals, and there's a bit of spirit about the way the Saints are playing this afternoon.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, Hutto. Certainly it's a solid approach to the game, and well, Nathan Burke did a great push out and then a good conversion, and Spider Everett just showing the wealth of talent he has got with a pretty good tap out. Stafford off for Dunkley.
Well, Swans without a recognised ruckman at this ball up because Stafford came off the ground.
Yeah, I reckon Goods.
Oh, it's Goods. Oh, sorry.
Goodsy.
Yep, Goods was in there. They just seemed to be a bit of confusion. But Saints getting it out of the middle anyway. Thompson handballing it. Hayes just had a couple of important touches. Delaney, Kosicki. Loewe wants it again. Everett's down there as well. Everett with a ride. The big fella's got it. Swans reckon they touched it on the way, but he just surfed the pack beautifully then, Peter Everett.
He's always going to, Jared is always going to stretch the back line of the Swans. I saw in that first quarter he had a bit of a spell. I like him pushed forward, give him a bit of a breather. He'll be that goal kicker for you again.
I think he needs the run in the middle, Dougie, to get him going.
To level the scores up, Peter Everett does that emphatically.
Well, he's done that emphatically, and right at this stage, I'd say that St Kilda have just been slightly more impressive. The Swans have had plenty of the football, but they're just not as cohesive as I've seen them throughout this season.
I think you're right, Jared, and just sometimes they've overturned the footy on occasion, the Swans going forward. But St Kilda, their midfield's been terrific. Hayes is starting to get a bit of footy. Moyle's been good as well. And young Baker's starting to get a bit of drive out there as well.
So Spider Everett, his second mark and his first goal of the afternoon. Scores are level at Colonial Stadium. Goods and Kosicki. Swans had no one to give it to. Baker took it away from the middle. Oh, his kick wasn't very penetrating. He was looking for Knowles, but beaten to it by looping Leo Barry. O'Loughlin, low pass, looking for ball at full pace. Didn't mark it, but he brought it to the front, into the danger area. Free kick, holding on, going to St Kilda. Saints fans finding some voice. And they're finding some of the footy at the moment. Oh, a dangerous kick was meant for Kosicki, but Goods should mark it now. And he does. It was Blake who did the kick. Oh,
yeah,
he backed himself, Goods, and that's a... Well, it wasn't a great kick at all.
Whoa!
Now, what's the umpire going to do here? Fraser Gehry going in to remonstrate with ball. They're former teammates. 50 metres. Well, the contact was late. And unnecessary. Let's have another look.
It was actually all set up by a pretty ordinary kick from Adam Goods.
Shocking kick, wasn't it, Jared?
I think he had visions of going for goal himself and realised that he wasn't going to get around. So he's poked it out to Jason Boyle. It wasn't a great kick, and Boyle was a little bit frustrated.
Everett couldn't take it that time. Shawbull couldn't get it to a teammate. Aussie Jones, the Saints will be in front if they can score from this push forward. Saddington takes it over. Burke giving him a hip and shoulder, even though the ball had gone out of bounds.
Been good, Jason Saddington.
Centre clearance is just quarter, boys. St Kilda 7, Sydney only 2. Win the ball out of the middle, the Saints.
Saints are hot at the moment. Scores level, close to half-time. Dunkley, O'Keefe. And the Swans have gained about 50 metres and got it out of the immediate danger area. Barry Hall still sitting down. Chad Davis looks a lot better than he did about half an hour ago. Lowe won the tap. Williams won the footy. Had to go again though. Good work, Aaron Hamill. Just left it behind. O'Keefe. Oh, it took a long time to get rid of it. He didn't, said the umpire. Well, I feel a bit sorry for him there. It was the bloke playing the footy. He tried to on the first handball, then he didn't have an opportunity the second time. It's amazingly inconsistent. Lowe goes long to full forward. Everett over the top. Knocked it down, or had it knocked away from him. Squash, that was fantastic stuff. It might turn into a scoring opportunity for the Swans. La got the handball clear, but the Saints beat them. It just came off the bench. Beautifully wrapped up. Well, he had a long time to get rid of it. Kosicki pokes it forward. It was a good kick, wasn't it?
Spider's a danger man.
Thompson might go for home. Saw the opening. Spider could just about shepherd it through. He couldn't. Dunkley tapped it. Saints are in front.
Well, there should have been 5 more points in front, and that young man can't believe it. It's a good effort by Dunkley in the finish.
Yeah, it was good.
Kick-ins are always a good barometer of just how a team's going, I reckon, and the Swans have been made to work. going very short. Oh, was he off then or not?
Very stiff there, Loewe.
But he was about to handball, surely.
I reckon he was too.
One of the reasons the Swans are struggling through the middle is that Darren Creswell has been taken out of this game, and there was the handball. It may well have ended up with a push in the back anyhow, but that wouldn't have been 50.
Dunkley goes out wide with the pass. Shawball. It's a lot of players down there. He goes deep. Bolton had a big leap. Goods doing the roving rather than going for the mark. Bolton persisted. Kazitsky gets him out of trouble. Gehrig pokes the kick wide for Beetham. Swung beautifully. Look at Milne. He's all on his own. He has got a huge panic in front of him. Will he go all the way, Milne? The Spider's got to be the man. The Spider-Man over the top. No! Almost. Not quite. And now O'Keefe can take this little pass from Saddington. He's got Stevens on the counter-attack. The Swans. Stevens, will it sit? Yes. He's got no one immediately to kick it to. Waited and then, he gave a shocking kick for Matthews, and Thompson takes a pretty comfortable mark in the end. Now Jones, and it's the Saints surging forward. Stewart Loewe just bounced up his chest. Loewe, taken out. Hamill, long kick, strong kick, great kick, is A behind.
Well, I would have thought that was a free kick to Stewie Loewe.
Was it within 5 metres? Was he?
Well, that doesn't matter.
And he left the ground, but the bloke's jumped off the ground and made contact high.
Well, it's whether he made contact high or not. It was right down the front.
It's put him out of the contest, hasn't it?
Well, you can put him out of the contest if the ball's within 5 metres. And he's reasonably expecting contact, as long as he doesn't do it illegally. Don't look at me like that, Jerry. Okay.
I reckon there'll be few people in footy that knows anything about what we're talking about, Hutto, because certainly the tribunal have got no idea. The umpires appear not to have any idea. The quicker it's sorted out, the better. As they go through with Lenny Hayes, he has a shot at goal and he puts them 6 points further ahead. The Saints continue to march, and they've been most impressive in the last 15 minutes.
I've rarely seen the Swans, Jared, just turn the ball over so much here. There's that young player again, young Milne, who's been very good up in the forward line for the Saints to find Lenny Hayes, one of their young guns. This kid can play the game, Lenny Hayes. Brilliant poise, good balance, terrific goal.
Yeah, well, that's what it's like when you're coaching. And at the moment, Rodney Eade, plenty of concerns. Swans now trailing by 8. They got out to a 15-point lead at one stage. So it's been a great quarter by the Saints. Ball, just over a minute left. Gehrig's in front, leaves Luff to the footy. Well done by Luff. Got the ball to the ground, but no one was really ready to take it away. That's a poor handball. Creswell trying to find a way through. Bounce eluding Matt Powell. Backs himself here. Had some good work done off the ball to allow him to really run out of the fence and possibly set up an attacking chance for the Saints. Leo Barry just got the ball away in time. That was clever from Saddington. Shawball somehow got it to Ball.
Look at the numbers though. The Saints are running in packs.
Well done by Ball. Hamill, Burke, with time, with space. Milne, very difficult for him there. Matthews made the spoil. Perhaps they didn't know he had so many teammates around him. Creswell finds Ball at half-back. Lots of Saints around, so there must be some free Swans somewhere. They're all in close and in short. He went long instead, which is a pretty bad option. Kazitsky takes the mark. He's been all right. Gehrig unloads it. A long lead from Everett. Now he's going to have to be pretty quick here, Everett, because he hasn't got long. He's going to unload and go for a bomb, which was pretty silly. He might have known that it was close to quarter time, but half-time, I should say. But a very good quarter of football by the Saints. Excellent quarter. They kicked 5 goals and kept the Swans to just 4 in that quarter.
Yes, it was an 11-point turnaround there at quarter time. The Saints trailed by 3, but at half-time it's 9-7, 61 St Kilda to Sydney, 8-5, 53 here at Colonial.
Second half about to get underway. Swans have made a couple of structural changes. Shawball's gone on to Stewart Loewe, the man in his 300th game we've been talking about, and Barry Hall is now being minded by Dunkley. And the Swans going forward too. Swass, O'Loughlin, kept out of the contest by Delaney. And a good mark by Thompson. He might have just hurt himself a little bit there. I think he did.
You get the feeling, Hutto, that St Kilda season's on the line. They're 1-4 at the moment. You can still recover. You win 2 or 3 in a row and you're back in the pack. But 1-5, they lose this one after being competitive for the first half at least. It would really be difficult to get back.
Milne kept it in. Maybe the boundary might have been a better option. Matthews, Schauble, Creswell under pressure. He did get rid of it. And he does again, sort of. Matthews, boundary line.
They play such a high possession style of game, the Swans, that if they're not on the ball and the opposition is just rampant with their tackles and ferocious in close, they are going to get dispossessed, and a perfect example there.
Is that deliberate? The kick, I mean...
Oh, it was, but they never pay. If you kick it...
Well, I saw a guy the other week, he did about 30 metres away and got penalised here at Colonial Stadium last week.
Normally, if you kick the ball and it goes some direction... No, here's Milne. Big chance for the Saints.
Good.
Has he kicked it?
Yep.
He reckons he has. It's a goal. Great start. 2 goals for Milne.
What about the handball? It was red hot and it set up young Stephen Milne. I tell you what, I know the umpires are trying to get into the right position, but they nearly cost St Kilda a goal here. There it is. I'm not even sure who it was. Here's the umpire just there. He had to get out of the way, and luckily for young Milne he did.
I think it was Begley.
Good work from Begley then.
With the handball. Gee, they're full of spirit at the moment, the Saints.
They can go in for the kill here.
They...
Spider, Burke, Thompson and Begley in the middle.
Good tap down for the Saints going forward again. Up to centre half forward, Lowe in position. Thompson advancing down the ground. The Saints, Everett on his left, should go for goal. Go for goal, and he does. Spider Everett kicks his second. What a brilliant start by the Saints to this second half.
Well, it's an amazing game of footy, Jared. Here we see here Thompson's been terrific. First half had the job on Creswell, certainly cut him out of the game. Here's Everett, as Hutto said, kicked his second goal. St Kilda now have kicked the last 5 goals in this game. They're on fire, the Saints.
Yes, it's going to be difficult to see how they're going to be stopped here. They've got everything running for them at the moment.
What a run on by the Saints. 20 points the difference now. Stafford goes back into the ruck. And he does the roving as well. His handball, though, should favour Aussie Jones. Or his teammate Powell.
Throwing it.
Yeah, just helped it on. Burke had runners. Gehrig out wide for Beetham. Oh, cruel bounce. Crouch got goods in good position. Now he might use ball here or Creswell.
Williams alone in the square.
Yep.
Oh, brilliant smother.
Brilliant.
Great stuff, Maxie Hudson. Will turn a certain goal into a St Kilda opportunity. Hayes, long, Everett is dangerous. Low, Everett. He didn't mark it, and he was well tackled. And so the Swans live again. He should have taken that, really, Dougie, in the end.
No doubt, Hutto. They're the marks you've got to take. I thought Stu did a terrific job. What about the smother there down the back there from Maxie Hudson? That was terrific play by him.
It was outstanding. This was everything bar a mark.
Just got to hold a bit longer, don't you? Yeah.
Stafford against Lowe. Stafford won the tap. Milne was too hot. Begley, Hamill, Crouch, Swass. Oh, well chopped off. Long kick forward for the Saints by Blake to full forward. No mark. Who's down? Swans got numbers. Dunkley getting the handball away. Luff for Armat. He'll want to keep moving, but he didn't really have the next man over the top. Goods trots past now, looking for a handball to his left, or a short kick. Goes instead into Johnny Stevens. He's got to kick off the left under a bit of pressure from Powell's. A wobbly one. Ball. All Saints at the front. Knowles got the arms clear.
Low out in the wing by himself.
Jones finds Stewart Loewe. Wanted to get the ball moving. Beetham. He's got Hamill at centre half forward. He kicks for Hamill. Saddington wasn't a good kick. Saddington Well, it wasn't a bad spoil, but it favours Hamill, and it's over and out.
Well, you can't discount the Swans, given that they are only a couple of goals behind on the board, in fact 20 points. But you just look at the body language, Doug. The Saints are just so much more spirited and focused. It's going to be difficult to see how they're going to reverse the trend, as we see Wayne Britton and John Worsfold on screen. Coach of the Blues and former captain of the Eagles, now working for Carlton.
Milne kicks it high. You don't want to be standing under that for too long, but that's a good strong mark by Luff. He's got Bolton pushing out wide. Knowles is pursuing him. Bolton takes it. He's got Creswell up on the wing. Goes shorter instead. And finds Maxfield, who's back on the ground. Goes for Williams versus Aussie Jones. Aussie Jones makes the spoil, and the crowd really getting behind Aussie Jones, trying to encourage him. He's really been much better in the last couple of weeks. You can see the Sydney bench.
Half back line suit him, Hutto. Kind of half back line for Aussie Jones. Been terrific in that area.
And they're away again. Powers kick bouncing onto the wing. Begley hits it hard. Got the hands clear. Knowles, long kick. Centre half forward. Everett used his body well. Just couldn't complete the mark. Hall went back to the goal square, but the Swans able to get it away for the moment at least. Everett got the handball to Hamill. They got loose men still back in the square. Hamill went short for Hall. Good spoil. And the numbers. Matthews.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty low percentage stuff, but it was all right in the end. Swass has to go long, looking for O'Loughlin. Delaney
Great kick.
was right there with him. Delaney's done a good job in that O'Loughlin hasn't been near the ball as much as you would expect. He's done okay though, O'Loughlin. Goes long and strong. Spoiled on goods. O'Keefe just couldn't get boot to ball. Saints are winning all the hard balls at the contest at the moment, and they're taking it away again. And Stewart Loewe is having a dream 300th. Takes it up onto the wing. Blake unloading for Everett. He's got 3 Swans to beat. Oh, in the back. Oh, play on. Well, he fell into him, surely. Crouch takes it away. It was almost so obvious that the umpire didn't pay it. If that makes sense. Dangerous kick, Swass.
Oh, they all want to kick it to Stewie.
He's having a dream 300th. Well, that one doesn't go where he wanted it to. Gee, there's been some shocking mistakes today, hasn't
Oh, shocking mistakes, Hutto.
He cannot believe it, Stewie Lowe. It's fair enough to respect the bloke for 300, but to kick it to him, that's another matter. And there's the push in the back, Hutto. I think you're right. There was certainly a free kick there.
Yeah.
Stafford and Everett. One more here for the Saints. Could just about break this open. Milne is just the man for the job, but he just couldn't get it through. Matthews, Crouch, always under pressure, and they're bringing a lot of the pressure on themselves, it appears to me, the Swans.
They're playing such a high possession game that the players will come off the ground and look at their stats and say, well, I've done my job, but it's the areas of defensive running when they haven't got the ball and trying to get over and tackle and smother and shepherd that the Swans are getting taught a lesson by St Kilda at the moment.
Beetham's kick, Barry Hall, full head of steam. Oh, he just breaks through. Well done, Barry Hall. Sets up the scoring chance for Begley. Behind.
There's a certain inner resolve you can sense about St Kilda that's absolutely missing from the Swans play just at present.
Could have been a high tackle. He did have the head duck though, I guess. Matthews into Swass, who's getting a lot of it at the moment, but the Swans finding it hard to get past about here, or at least with any style. Fosdyke with the run. Again, it wasn't great delivery. And Gehrig should be able to clear. He's got Kosicki away to his other side. He comes to the medallion side of the ground. Wasn't a great kick. And Blake sees it over. Or Begley sees it over, I should say.
You just wonder where the Swans, Jared, are going to get their goal kicking power at this stage. The way the game's unfolded, this will be the biggest lead, wouldn't it? 21 points so far in this game. They're going to struggle to reduce this, the Swans, at the moment.
Well, they haven't looked like it, have they, for a while? Swass was the unlikely ruckman of that boundary throw-in. Moyle, Hayes, oh, that was clever. Aussie Jones just delayed the kick, and it was very good in the end, into the middle. Knowles, who's done a couple of nice things. Milne, who's always been busy. Hall makes his lead. Oh, he gets around him. Long kick. Everett best placed here. Saddington was great. Saddington was great with late help.
Well, the defence of the Swans is just keeping them in the game at the moment.
Yep, you're absolutely right. The last line of defence is standing up to the St Kilda onslaught pretty well. Maxfield, his kick again, just not quite precision. And Delaney backed himself, left O'Loughlin, went to the footy, and took it out of bounds.
Inside 50 this quarter, boys. The Saints 10 times, Sydney only 4.
11-8 plays, 8-5. Kazitsky got the tap. Williams, Delaney and O'Loughlin, and it's out of bounds again.
Looks like Stafford now is playing that kick behind the play here for the Swans.
Swass is pushed into the forward 50 here. He looks like is now Aussie Jones's opponent.
Williams on the ball now, Hutto.
Kazitsky versus Ball. Ball got the tap down to O'Loughlin. This is Williams.
Got hit targets because they've got Fraser Gehrig just working back there as a loose man, so long bombs in and they're going to be outmanned.
And here's the man you're talking about, Fraser Gehrig. He's got Milne as the target again. The kick wasn't quite what he would have had in mind. Goods threw it out, really, in the end of Fosdyke. It goes shorts to Williams. Now, he handballed them when he really didn't have to because Maxfield was under pressure, and as a result, his teammates were pushing forward, and the Saints can take it away. Hayes, Beetham, watch out! Broke the tackle remarkably well. Stewart Loewe took a long time to get rid of it. He had someone in mind. It was Hamill. And he's just about within scoring range here, Aaron Hamill. Doesn't look confident of kicking the goal at this stage. And again, that play on at the centre-half forward for the Swans, it was just unnecessary from Williams.
The Creswell handball too, I mean, put his teammate on enormous pressure. I think it was Maxfield.
Well, the way they're travelling, this one will just go sailing through at post height, St Kilda. Aaron Hamill, a big chance really to make a mark on this game.
Well, we can see it straight, and it is high, and it is through, and the Saints are flying. First goal for Hamill.
Well, Jared, you called it beautifully. Bolton off, sorry it was. Yeah, you're right, Jared. Bolton's off.
Thanks, Dipper. Out wide, Creswell along the boundary. Goods and Everett. He's just lurking and waiting. Everett trying to get it to the boundary line. He got through. He got through somehow. Stewart Loewe will take this mark, surely. Yes.
Well, that's unbelievable.
Yes.
Well, he got the mark, but how he got through Spider there was indicative of the Swans play in this quarter. Maybe not the last 5 minutes.
There's a mismatch here if he finds Spider.
Low kick from Begley. Hall's behind. Hamill's in front. Oh, brilliant roving from Moyle.
Bounce.
And it bounces back. That makes up for the one earlier. It's his first.
Well, it's always going to bounce that way. The ball.
So last quarter.
Gehrig's moved on to Adam Goods.
From Colonial Stadium in Stewart Loewe's 300th game. Can the Saints dig deep, or will the Swans spoil the party? O'Loughlin. Right out towards the boundary and over. Baker hasn't seen too much ground time today.
Swass at full forward along with Stevens.
So they obviously liked that matchup. There's the Swans bench.
Blake on for the Saints.
Bolton down there. Ball.
McPherson.
McPherson hasn't seen a lot of time either.
No.
Burke went without at that time. Creswell just saw the man behind him in the nick of time. Matthews kicks it pretty well for Kirk. Goods is at centre-half forward, but O'Loughlin kept on running. He's got a bit of space in front of him here. He had O'Keefe in short, but he measured the pass looking for Stevens. He kept his footing, and now it's out. Blake with the job on Stevens. Powell, bit of a smile for the umpire. Beetham, Beckley and Knowles.
You get the feeling there's a concern about hamstrings at the St Kilda camp because everyone on the bench is getting them rubbed.
Swass off the wrong boot. Didn't go very far. Gehrig kept his footing, which was good. Powell cleared it, but only for how long? Well, they all left it for Stewart Loewe, who wanted the footy more, and he won it. And the Saints are away, and the Swans will be very disappointed. That is great stuff. Barry Hall takes the mark. And they all just stood there except for Stewart Loewe, Dougie.
Could Leo Barry have marked that one, Doug?
I thought at the start, Gerald, I thought he was going to mark it, but the ball just started to go away. It appeared over the last 5 metres the ball did get out of his area. I thought he was going to mark at the start, but you're right there, Hutto. Stewie Loewe take a bow. That was a terrific play by Stewie.
Barry Hall then. Kicked 1 goal, 2 for the day.
Big kick.
Just to the left, it's swinging back. He squeezed it in, I reckon. It's a goal. 2 goals for Barry Hall for the day. Kick 5, goals 5 going into this afternoon. And Stewart Loewe will be very happy just at the moment.
It's a sort of game where emotions are running so high for the Saints that if they can just get another goal or so, they may come in an avalanche.
No doubt about that, Jared. And Delaney's been good, hasn't he? Delaney had a job on O'Loughlin in the first half, cut him out of the game. Been pretty good, Delaney.
Rodney Eade.
It's a long way back from there, 16 points.
Stafford. Tap down really came from Everett, though. Thompson's kick was half smothered. Not completely, though. Got plenty on it. That is a really good mark by Luff. The releasing man is Crouch. Goes out to Barry. Now, he's got no one further up on the wing. So, he just sidestepped Milne at the last minute, which was good patience. Stafford is the target at centre-half forward. He's got the height advantage, but Everett came from behind. O'Loughlin might try and get the ball moving to Stevens here. He kept it in. Oh, found a path somehow. Took on Everett as well. Beat the lot. Laid the ball off. Stevens, in trouble. Kicks it high. Underneath it is Goods. Gehrig made the spoil towards the boundary line. O'Keefe. And it's out of bounds.
Showing some good signs, O'Keefe. Just a young kid, and he's only played half a dozen games or so. As we have a look at the magic of Michael O'Loughlin. There it is. Look out where you're going.
Brilliant.
In fact, I think he was trying to get it back again off Johnny Stevens, but it wasn't to be.
Oh, Adam Goods almost did it all on his own, just not quite. So that's a behind.
I reckon you're right. Sorry, I reckon you're right there, Jared. He should have probably gave it back. I mean, Stevens at the end just forced to kick the ball high in the air to no one. Give it back to O'Loughlin. He'll make something out of nothing.
Powell. Stewart Loewe again, another possession coming up.
Been good.
12 kicks, 12 handballs, and 9 marks for Stewart Loewe. Up to centre-half forward, Hamill and Kazitsky. Hamill was strong. No mark, Voss. Got it away to Kazitsky. I don't know how he got it to him. Luff pushing back. Hall controlled it, then dropped it. Out of bounds. Barry argues the point. Stafford against Loewe. Williams gets underneath. Good, well, good for distance, but not good for accuracy. Burke, beautiful kick. Lace up, and Barry Hall takes the mark and can go back and once again get the Saints a lead from which they shouldn't lose.
There's just no respect there from the Swans to Nathan Burke. He was just floating off the back of the pack, and that's exactly where the Swans, it was the Swans ruckman that hit it to him.
He's had 25 touches, Nathan Burke. Been terrific, and he kicked 2 goals.
Got him going early.
Early in the game, didn't he?
Good start.
Yeah.
Barry Hall. Got it.
Basler.
Slots it through. 3 goals to Barry Hall. He's come good at the right time. 2 goals in this last quarter. And that is a 21-point margin for the Saints.
I reckon they're gone, Jared. There's the tap out you said. Stafford hit the ball over. No respect to a bloke like Nathan Burke. Just let him stand there on his own, as you said. Kick was brilliant, right out in front of Barry Hall. As you said, Haddo's kicked 3 goals now. Been
There's
okay.
no communication. If there's no one there and the ruckman hits it there, there's a lack of talk.
15-10 to 12-7. Swans need something pretty special from here to get back in it. Momentum with the Saints. Kirk. Ball in front. Hudson made the spoil. Been pretty good back there, Maxie. Fosdyke versus Thompson. O'Keefe just pushed Thompson out of it. No free kick. Saints across half-back. Lenny Hayes. Maxfield. Got it under the boot somehow. Swass attacked it. So did Powell. Kept his feet, more importantly. And they're away up to the wing. Hamill, Saddington made the spoil, didn't give away the free. Well done, Jason Saddington. Leo Barry lays it off with O'Loughlin. It took a long time.
Got a loose man over the back to Swan.
Yep.
But it doesn't get there because Maxie Hadston can do no wrong at the moment.
Been an important ingredient, Max, in the improved form of the Saints over the last 2 weeks. They have been so exposed in defence, and whilst he's still short, he can cover one of the taller opposition forwards.
Everett with Kazitsky pushing onto the wing.
Delaney running.
Yep. You can give it to him if he gets clear hit. Goes longer instead. Stewart Loewe doesn't go. Good spoil down. Shawbull. Oh, he didn't lay it off. Didn't lay it off. Play on. Hamill. Stewart Loewe in the goal square. Milne this way, that way. He's caught. He dropped it. Play on. Hamill. He lost it as well.
But they're charging after the Saints. They're in for the kill.
Yeah.
Beetham.
I'll get a goal out of this.
They keep charging. Voss. Swans a chance to clear it now. Back into the middle. It's all Saints except for O'Keefe. Oh, good mark. Free kick though to O'Keefe. It's Blake who took the mark. O'Keefe to take it. Can go to O'Loughlin. No, he went longer for Swass, which is not a great option because Gehrig just slipped back into the contest. Beetham, centre half back. Still a long time to go in the quarter. The Swans look like they've almost conceded. They haven't, of course, but their body language is not good. O'Loughlin, oh, got himself into trouble. Armat's got to go here. Did well to make a contest of it. Maxie is the man of the moment. Gehrig, Powell. He's got Moyle in short, but he goes to Beetham instead. Better option. Centre half back. Onto the wing, there's Everett. Or Thompson. He goes to Thompson. Lowe's at centre half forward, but he can go to Everett. Oh, he didn't. He went for Hamill and went for Hall. Big crash into the pack.
Barry.
Oh, good mark. This has probably been the difference in this last quarter where Sydney Swans up in their half-forward line. No one there to take a mark. Jason Ball's only had 2 marks for the game. He's playing at centre-half forward. And then on the other hand, you see Barry Hall now has had 3 or 4 marks in this last quarter inside 50. That's been the difference.
Luff tried to outmark him then.
Should have punched.
He could just about bury them here, Barry Hall. Just about bury them. And he has 4 for Big Bad Barry.
Well, returned 9 goals over 2 weeks, and he's got a bit of work to do yet, as Barry. And Spider Everett, you may just pick up top of the screen there. He was disappointed with that, and probably rightly so. But it turned out well.
Well, I guess technically there's still time for the Swans, and they did make a comeback of sorts in the 3rd quarter. But the Saints are really hot. Goods high down to O'Loughlin. That was great stuff from 2 of their stars. But the Saints have got an extra man back in defence. Powell, and the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Just watching that replay there, Jerry, before the mark there to Barry Hall. Troy Luff just should have punched. I mean, that was just the blatant rule there. If you're a defender and you're not quite sure, you've got to punch from behind, or even on the side he was.
Everett and Goods getting the front, down to O'Loughlin. Burke somehow dispossessed him and then hit it straight over the boundary line. Nathan Burke's game this afternoon, 25 possessions, 2 marks, 4 tackles, 2 goals. Aussie Jones, 19 possessions, Lenny Hayes, 20. Gehrig, 15, Lowe, 25. Kirk squeezes it, Swass, push back into it, and then a behind conceded. So the Saints defence doing the job. Maxie Hudgson's had a great last quarter. Fraser Gehrig, his best game for the Saints. Powell's been good as well. There's Gehrig. Hudson pushing up onto the wing to provide the next option. Gehrig takes on Bolton and gets out of his clutches. Thompson, Gehrig kept on running back to Thompson. Gehrig goes crashing down off the play. Thompson went for Kazitsky. Luck will spoil this time, don't worry about that. Bit late now. Williams, this is O'Keefe. Off the left, good disposal.
Great kick.
Creswell It's got Swass and O'Loughlin both leading into space. He left it for Swass. Well called. Good talk. And Swass to shoot on goal.
Good kick from O'Keefe, Jared. You mentioned before you liked the look of this young player.
Yeah.
Great kick from him to find his teammate there.
Well, if they are to be any chance whatsoever, the Swans, this one you would think has to go through. Just 26 points down, as you said, Hutto. No doubt that there's plenty of time. But it's the body language of both sides that leaves you doubtful as to a Swans victory.
He's hit the post. Been a mixed old afternoon for Wayne Swass. He's had 25 possessions, kicked 3 goals, 1.
And he's still been a fine player.
Yeah.
Been terrific.
Gave away a 50-metre penalty early on, which led to a Saints goal. Everett. Goods made the spoil. Kirk took it over the line.
Quick interchange here for the Saints. Thompson off and Knowles back on. He looks as if he might be just a bit injured, Andrew Thompson. He's only been going on for bursts of a few minutes.
At 23 touches, so he's done his job. Good hands from McPherson. That's a great build-up by the Swans. Creswell, oh, it bounced funny. He got himself into all sorts of trouble. Knowles just about sums up the way the Swans have gone. Everett. For Stewart Loewe, listen to the roar.
Well, we spoke about an avalanche of goals if they could break the Swan spirit. I get the feeling the first rock started to fall down the mountain.
Goes for Hall.
Barry!
Oh, look at that! Just look at that! Wasn't going to miss then, was he?
Isn't he a better player when the ball's in front of him? I know Malcolm Bligh tried him down the back line. They've had a crack at it, but it hasn't worked. He's a lot better when the ball's up in front of him.
Well, maybe also, Doug, playing down the back line, it's learned him how to, read the ball and be confident about going for marks.
Yeah, fair call, Dip.
It's also the issue, I think, of necessity, and Max Hudson hasn't been available. They've been exposed a bit down there. And with the development of Kaczynski, it certainly allowed them to do a few extra things, and Max Hudson returning. Darren Creswell, well, he's getting the message from the coach.
Well, Barry Hall, this is for 4 goals in half a quarter of football, and he's missed it.
We were saying before the match, Doug, that often you don't get the fairy tale finish in a milestone match.
That's true, yeah.
But it looks as if Stewart Loewe couldn't have penned this any better himself.
Barry gets himself into a bit of strife and then gets his teammate into more. They might get away, they might not though. Crouch went really hard at the ball and Moyle and locked it in. And in the end, it probably wasn't a bad result for the Swans considering what it could have been, but the Saints.
What about the figures of Stewart Loewe? 26 possessions, 3 goals, 1.
He may get a vote, Jared, I think.
We'd have to give him a 3, Doug, in the milestone match.
He's in your club, Dougie, come on.
Everett. Moyle inside, Kaczynski. Spoil. Hamill went through. Luff gets it out, Bolton. Dunkley. O'Loughlin.
Just saying before, Jared and Hutto, the difference I thought was the marks inside 50. This quarter, St. Kilda's had 4. Hall's had the 4 kicking 3 goals. Sydney only the 1 mark inside 50. You can't win a game without marking the ball inside 50.
Goods came over the top. Burke so often takes it away from those stop plays. Hamill, it's out of bounds. Saints will be happy with this. Just lock it up.
Tell you what, they'd be happy with Danny Frawley be pleased with his weekend.
Yeah, he's got 2 teams up. I wonder if any other coach has ever done that before.
Yeah, it happened last year. I think Kevin Sheedy spoke.
Did they win?
I think he spoke before Paul Summons.
Yeah, Hawthorn,
He did, and they lost.
They got beaten, yeah, they did too.
Yeah. Bolton up to half forward. Still the Saints are running. Aussie Jones used Gehrig, which was good play. Been a bit of authority about the way Fraser Gehrig's played today. Knowles to half forward Low. Fumble this time. will forgive him. Knowles, who got into all sorts of trouble, finds the boundary line.
You did right about Derek. Hutto, he's just starting to play himself in a bit of form, and a good thing that for Malcolm Blott as well. He can go forward and be a goal kicker for you, which hasn't used this year. He's been mainly kept as a backman.
Here comes the crowd in motion behind the game here now.
Yep.
Well, the last 15 minutes have been a problem for the Saints for a lot of this season. I don't reckon there'll be too much of a problem for them today. Listen to the noise that they're making here at Colonial Stadium. Kosicki goes for Everett. O'Loughlin, really good spoil. Let's have a look at the ground level work of Spider. It was good. Baker. Hall for another one.
Well, it's going to be a pole action in the finish for the Swans. They've been irrepressible since about quarter time, St Kilda. There's been a lot to admire about it. And with the tools up in their forward line and the development of a couple of young kids, they can turn this season around.
Hall slots it through. 5.
It's amazing that you only have to go back 5 weeks, Dougie, and Barry Hall was being embarrassed by Mr. Wilson of Troy Wilson of the West Coast Eagles.
Yeah, he was, no doubt about that, Jared. And even today, I think it was early in the game, he sat on the bench there a couple of times.
Yeah.
Looked like he was struggling a little bit.
Well, he got dragged for a bit of undisciplined stuff where he gave away a 50.
Now he's kicked 5 goals.
Kick.
17-11 plays, 12-9. And the Saints cruising to victory here. Goods against Everett, clear tap, Moyle, great stuff out of the middle. Baker, Milne. That's exactly what you were talking about, Jared.
Training drill, that one, wasn't it? Out of the middle. Good work by Big Spider then. I like this kid Baker, hard at the footy, does a job when he's been asked to do a job.
I'll get you to spell that for me one day, Doug.
Here's Milne.
Touched.
Oh, he's good, this kid.
He's got it through. That's his 3rd.
And he shows a bit of emotion too. He's pretty happy, as distinct from Rodney Eade, who would have every right to be disappointed with the way his boys have gone today. And all of a sudden, for the Swans, after such an unbelievable start, 3 wins on the trot. They've been belted. Well, they've been beaten at least. 3 losses in succession.
Well, they all love it, all the ages. And you'd be enjoying this if you're a St Kilda fan of any sort today.
That youngster would have to have Barry Hall's number on his back, wouldn't he?
Gehrig try to stop here. He'll get another possession. 20 possessions for Fraser Gehrig. Hits Baker. Knowles. Again, this run through the middle. Kosicki chopped off. McPherson. Out to Swans. Well, they don't forget, even though they're winning. Davis it was taken off the ground after colliding with Swass earlier on today. O'Loughlin, Bolton. It goes short to Armat. And it's all too little too late for the Swans.
I don't know if you mentioned before the game, boys, but Stewart Loewe played his first game against the South Melbourne side back in 1986. And of course today, another milestone thing.
I think they lost it. Lost that day. They've won today. And that's behind.
In fact, there was a goal.
Sausage roll. That was a point. No, it's a goal.
Well, there was just no reaction.
There was none.
There was no reaction at all.
Whatsoever.
I thought he must have missed it.
Well, there was a reaction from the goal umpire. He stuck up 2 fingers, strangely enough.
Well, I wasn't looking, actually. To be completely honest. You might have guessed that.
Aaron Hamill now is pushed back to the back line, just playing a loose man there.
And this is an illusion, but it was a goal kick there by the Sydney Swans. And the ball back in the centre.
Yeah, you're right there, Dipper. Hamill was that loose man. Looks like he's picking up O'Keefe at this stage, unless Blake comes back to him.
(18-11 to 13-9). The umpire just telling the two big men to get out of my road, clear out. Williams flicked it out, but only straight to a St Kilda player. Again, they're inside 50. Matthews.
Good hands.
Crouch.
Yep.
Had a couple of options on the wing. One of them was Bolton. He's got a runner in McPherson. Flicked it out to him. Goes back to Bolton. Went, oh, what was that? It was a mark to Moyle. I don't know how it entered in his arms. Kazitsky. He's got Milne loose again if he wants to switch it through centre half forward. Goes short to beat them. Milne's still leading out for him, but
He's hungry for it.
he is. Oh, Barry Hall again.
Oh, buzzer.
This is for 5 goals in a quarter.
Is that Andrew Dunkley? He's had a pretty ordinary day. Andrew, and he started on Stewie Loewe.
Yep.
Got a bit of a touch-up. Now he's gone in the Barry. Then again, the ball's been delivered pretty well. Good kick there by Caden Beaton then.
Yeah.
Wasn't much you could do about that one.
Nah.
Hall thumped it at
Oh.
goal and just misses.
The Saints, of course, had just 2 victories last year.
Got them
already in round 6. They have picked them up, and you'd expect they had that, the big recruiting drive over summer, and I guess that's been the subject of a fair bit of attention in recent weeks. But they have got 2 wins on the board, and they'd only be just a goal, a win or so out of the 8.
Yep.
Bolton.
Shocking kick.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of work to do on his skills.
Yep.
Trying to lay it off for Armat, but a lot of them have got a lot of work to do on their skills by the way they've played today.
That's been the difference. I thought the Saints struggled in the first half with the disposal by foot. But in the second half, their foot disposal, St Kilda's been terrific.
18-12 plays 13-9. Beetham. Knowles. Wrapped up by Armat. Here's Aussie. Oh, clever to Delaney. Get them to run through the wing. Hamill. Good spoil that time from Saddington, who certainly hasn't been disgraced for the Swans. Luff, back to Saddington. Oh,
Kick it.
he does. Armat should mark. He's got Williams on his own in the goal square, but
Have a shot there.
yeah, being manned up. This is where he kicked that goal a few minutes ago.
Keep you on the umpire, Hutter.
Yeah, well. Now, I reckon he's missed. Yes, he has.
Saints play Hawthorn next week here at Colonial, Saturday night. And the Sydney Swans play Brisbane, hello, so...
That's in Sydney, isn't it?
Yeah, in Sydney, that's right, yep.
Got a bit of work to do now, the Swans.
Yeah.
They've still got a pretty long injury list, so I don't know how soon they're going to get them all back.
Oh, great mark.
Stewart Loewe.
Give him a vote, Dougie.
Yeah, absolutely. Not about the handball that time. It means that he gets another possession, though, which can only help. Hamill to centre half forward. Good body work from the big man. Knowles got the handball out wide. Milne loves a goal. He just bombed away. Stafford. Oh, there's a lane of confusion there for a minute. Barry. Oh, over the top to O'Keefe. Got Luff in short, but he found him on the ricochet. That was an interesting handball from Luff. O'Keefe. Adam Goods takes it at full tilt. Wheels around. Delaney versus
Good
Williams.
kick.
Well done.
It was a great kick.
Yep.
He wheeled around that time and just kicked the normal drop punt. He didn't have to screw it round like he did in that third quarter with the errant shot at goal.
Yeah, he put it out in front, didn't he, Joe, where Williams is running to. Inside 50 this quarter, St Kilda 11, Sydney 14 this quarter.
Williams. Well, he tested the umpire, but he's made it through. 2 goals for Paul Williams, 19 possessions today. He's been in it more since he's been on the ball, hasn't he?
Yeah, certainly has, Hutto, and played most of it on the half-forward flank. His opponent was Aussie Jones. I thought certainly had the better of him up to half-time. This is the young fella that Jared likes. O'Keefe kicks the ball nice and long in Adam Goods, and he got on his bike straight away. Good play by Adam Goods. Terrific kick too to find Paul Williams, kick his second goal.
Williams will probably sit out the rest of the match. There's not much left of it. The margin back to 26 points. Stafford, O'Keefe overran it. Saints again get it moving out of the middle. Stewart Loewe. No, come on, umpire. Blame the mark. He didn't hold it, in fairness. Kirk shrugs off Begley and then takes it out.
I just wonder how many times in Stewie Loewe's career, 300 games, where he's had 14, 15, 11 he's had. He's got double figures in the three areas of kicks, marks and handballs.
Yeah.
Terrific performance.
29 possessions and 11 marks for Stewart Loewe and 3 goals.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
That's deliberate. Has to be.
It's a bad error, that one, but they're going to have to all line up to carry Stewie Loewe off the ground,
Yeah,
because he's a huge man.
Barry Hall got crunched in amongst all that. Baker, he has a chance.
Barry! Missed it.
Almost. He
Got
comes
it.
late.
Burke.
We'll all talk at once. Kicks it out. Shawbull takes it and lays it off Maxfield. Out to O'Keefe. Last 40 seconds of the game. See if Stewart Loewe can get another possession. Can they give him a 4th goal or Barry another one? Maybe not. O'Keefe's kick onto the wing. They might get one more chance if the ball doesn't go out here. It will go out.
Gee, it looks like Danny Frawley, boys, has made his way down to the boundary. He may join in and carry him off.
He may have forgotten which team he's coaching. He might. I wonder if anyone could do 2 jobs at once. Could you coach 2 clubs at once? 120 plays 94. Last 25 seconds of Stewart Loewe's 300th game. Baker hurled it out. Hamill.
He's got to mark it, Stewie.
They looked for him.
Yeah, missed it.
Schäuble gets it through the middle. McPherson. Long to centre half forward. Goods might be able to get a late goal here. He handballed it. Siren will beat them. Swass kicked the goal, but it won't count. What a performance by this man, Stewart Loewe. First played way back in 1986. 300 games later, he's got a smile on his face. A magnificent performance. 14 kicks, 15 handballs, 11 marks. And the most important thing I'm sure he would say about the day is that the Saints have got home. The Saints have got home in emphatic style. 18 goals, 12, 120 to 14, 10, 94. Let's get down to Dipper for the atmosphere.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stewie. An emotional game, mate. Congratulations, 300 games, and better you've won.
It's a dream come true, Dipper. Let me just enjoy it.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you go for it, mate. Well,
One of your shorter
Berkey,
interviews,
well,
Dipper.
300 games to the big fella, but most of all, important game, but a very emotional time in the room before the game.
Yeah, it was. Spud spoke to us and he said that this guy deserves all the respect we can possibly give him, and the only way to show it was out here today and have a win, and we did that. And it's probably the most, apart from the final, the most important game I've played in to have a win.
And a very strange game too. It was a very difficult game to be playing in.
Yeah, it was. We got to run on, and they got to run on, and we got to run on, and thank God we're at the right end of the scoreboard with a sign win.
Good on you, mate. I think all the boys need you there to pick up Stewie there. Well done.
Nathan Burke, former captain of the club with the Big Dipper, and here they go. They'll need a crane to get this big man off the ground, and he's raised above the St Kilda side, and he's enjoying himself.
It's a great moment, isn't it?
Well, he's been a great stalwart for the club, and he's had his personal problems over the last few months, so it's just, I think everybody in footy wanted him to do well. And whilst the Swan supporters would be disappointed if they had to go down, today was a good day to do it, with Stewie Loewe celebrating a great day.
I'll tell you what, Jared and Hutto, I'd like to know the last time a player had such an impact on a game playing his 300th game. I don't think so. A lot of guys have just got over the line. Not the case today. This bloke was absolutely outstanding, Stewart Loewe. Led from the front. A brilliant solo performance by him. He was brilliant.
Well, they gave themselves a big arc, didn't they, as Dougie would say.
They did.
They
A
carried
big
him
arc.
a long way here.
Yeah.
Centre, they're taking him down to centre half forward.
They've dropped him.
Couldn't carry him all the way.
a lot of supporters, I would think, turned up specifically today to just pay tribute to Stewie Loewe. I know I was talking to a lot of Saints supporters last night, and they were all just saying that they're going to turn up just to salute a bloke that's done so much for them as a club, so many individual great performances over a long time. And he gets the respect of everybody here, including his coach, Malcolm Blight. And we'll follow them down the tunnel. And I reckon the song will be sung with probably more gusto than it has in the St Kilda rooms for a long, long time. In underneath the tunnel here at Colonial Stadium.
We've lost Dipper there, Jared, somewhere.
We'll stay with him. Spider Everett, such an important player, and he produced today 14 kicks. Stewie Loewe, superstar, has prevailed in his 300th match.
It was pretty tough to get up after last week's performance, but yeah, the boys have been fantastic and just had so many well wishes and you know, past teammates, past coaches, some opposition players have rung me throughout the week, and it's just been really nice, and to cap it off with a win, magnificent.
It is an emotional game. You had one of your great mates, of course, the Richmond coach, Danny Foley, in the rooms. Things got a little bit heated in there, apparently, quite emotional. Yeah, look, Spud's a bloke who just talks his heart, and you know, it's probably been tough for the both of us over the last couple of years. You know, he's gone to Richmond. Obviously, I've stayed at St Kilda. We probably haven't been as close as we both would have liked, but he wrote me a great card during the week, and he really wanted to come and say some words before the game. And yeah, look, I'm getting choked up now about it, and even a few of the boys, I think, really just respect you know, what he said, and I suppose what we've been through, and if that rubbed off on the boys today, and that's really all we really try to work on, was just the spirit and the passion out there, which I thought was really evident early. Well, strange sort of game to be playing today, and the spirit and passion certainly showed at the end there. Yeah, look, there's no doubt. Look, it's been a tough road for the boys. There's no doubt about that. We've got you know, 13 new faces. You know, it hasn't been pleasant the last 3 weeks. We're in positions to win games, and we didn't. But look, I'm just wrapped, and hopefully we can really use this as a catalyst and you know, have a great season. Well, congratulations, and we know everyone around Australia wishes you the best of luck. Maybe another 100 games in there somewhere, like Michael Tuck, my ex-teammate. Oh, no way, Dipper. But look, I'm just going to cherish today, and I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who's written in or emailed in and given me their wishes of support. It's been really. I really appreciate it, and I sat down last night and read every one of them, and yeah, it really did mean a lot to me. Well, I'll never forget this day. Obviously, it's my birthday as well, so 300 games and my birthday. What a day. Thanks, Dipper. Good day, buddy.